guys, welcome to another episode of B is for Build. Today, it's B is for Boost, as in boost leak, because we've got a few of them. Here's how we solve that. Alright guys, so the first thing, I got some PVC pipe from Home Depot, and I glued a cap on, and then now I've threaded in this piece from a compressor. Now I'm mixing up some epoxy here, and basically I'm going to epoxy the threads and epoxy around to get a good seal. Now you gotta note that this is not a pressure tested pipe, so we're not going to have a lot of boost. So if you're running a diesel or anything that's running 50, 60, 70, 80, 100 pounds of boost, you need to get a proper fitting. PVC is just a low boost kind of thing. Make sure to clean up any excess, make sure to tighten it down so that everything's set, and you should be free of leaks. You're going to want to let it cure probably for about a day. Alright, so we got this plug at Home Depot, which kind of fits. Turns out that these silicone couplers are like super awkward sizes. So I'm going to sand down any burrs. I cut this down on the bandsaw. Just clean it up here. I'm going to lower the pressure down to about 15 psi. So the blow-off valve was leaking here. So there's no air pressure being applied to that top port because of the way I have the vacuum lines hooked up. So I'm going to go ahead and plug it up, and I'm just using a flashlight, or you can use a socket cap or anything that's going to block off that and be a perfect size fit, whatever flange you might have. And this is where Ryan knew he messed up. Alright, that didn't work so well. This thing ruptured and shot out and hit the tripod. So that blows. And we're going to take an old trick that we have here. And that's using hairspray, rave, especially for all those 90s kids out there. Alright, we've given this thing a little bit more time to dry with that hairspray. Everything's plugged up. We swapped over our plug, so hopefully this works. We're also going to try it with a little bit less pressure at first, and hopefully that thing doesn't shoot out, but it didn't shoot out too fast, so try and be safe. Okay, it's holding for a couple PSI. We'll turn up the regulator. Well, that's annoying. Alright, we turned the pressure down to about 7, 8 psi, and we took our map sensor off. Actually, it might be a little bit less than that psi. And what we're testing is this bolt hole. It doesn't look like it goes all the way through, but there may still be a connection. So what we're going to do is plug up the map sensor hole with our thumb. I don't know if you can hear that. That's the pressure being built up on that bolt hole, which is what was leaking. So the benefit of this, our map sensor actually has an O-ring on it that's supposed to seal around here. So my question was, if this O-ring was not sealing or if the bolt was not sealing, both of those things could cause an issue. So we should be able to just throw some Teflon tape around this tiny little Allen key, and that should hold everything together just fine. So now this thing's fucking leaking, so we have to get our fucking rave back on. Naturally. Just leak all the way down there. Alright, so the whole system right now is pressurized to 25 psi. It's holding. That's awesome. I only plan on running at most somewhere in like 20 psi when I'm going for 600. Other than that, I mean, everything else seems great. So basically, obviously these ones get moved around quite a bit. So now that, which is really, really hard to seal down there, is perfectly sealed. So now I just need to obviously uncap everything, reline everything up, and rehook everything. And it's basically going to be good for 25 psi with no boost leaks. So that's going to be awesome, as long as nothing breaks, ruptures, rubs through, Alright guys, thanks for watching part 1 of how to do a boost leak test. Now this just covered the piping. There's actually quite a bit more to do. We still have to check the gaskets, and most importantly we have to check the valving, because if your boost gauge is leaking, if something else is leaking, you're not going to be able to actually tell how much boost you're really running, which means you may get a lean condition when you're not expecting it, and a whole bunch of other issues can happen as well. So make sure to stick around and subscribe so you can get that. That's going to happen coming out in the next week or so. Hopefully before the end of next week. Also, I know a lot of guys have messaged me on Facebook or commented on YouTube or anything like that about how they can support me if I have any products. I'm hoping to come out with some t-shirts and stickers and whatever for people that are interested. Currently, I'm not able to fund that right now, so I just started a Patreon account. So for people that want to support me, whether it's $1 a month or $2 or whatever the hell it is, feel free, you guys can donate there. I also have a PayPal link that you guys, if you don't want to do any sort of Patreon, whatever, subscriptions, anything like that, you can always go straight to PayPal and donate. So this is the link for that here as well. Also, make sure to follow me on Twitter and Instagram. I do post more pictures from the garage through Instagram or Facebook. For those that have Facebook, make sure that you can like that page there. So I thank you guys so much for the support. Things are really picking up steam with the channel, and I look forward to seeing you guys next time. Thank you very much.